What's up, y'all? Finally did something worth talking about. Shot film at the 2024 SEC Championship, so let's get into it. So I'm a part of Georgia football's creative team, so all their media and everything posted on social media goes through us. And so that's how I was able to go to this game, was because I worked for them as a student intern. Alright, I'm going to nerd out a little bit for the masochists who actually want to try shooting sports on film. And I already feel sorry for you because it's not easy. Okay, so gear-wise, I brought a 35mm f2 and a 300mm f2.8. You know, there's a little bit of gap between there, as we'll cover later in the video. The 35mm was perfect for pre-game stuff where I can roam in warm-ups and for moments like Savage Pads when they're up on the benches celebrating. Then obviously the 300mm for in-game action and everything to get up close and personal. I used to have an 80-200, but you know, for a lot of the down-the-field stuff, it was pretty much useless. I mean, there's no crop factor on film. So I splurged this summer and got a 300mm, and it's been great. So camera-wise, I have two Nikon F2s. One of them is actually borrowed from the school, and it's missing its OC key, which is basically just key that flips open the film door. And so you can open it. I ended up opening it with a penny, but in order to make sure it's light tight, I had to just attack it with some gaff tape and some electrical tape. Damn. So film-wise, I've really changed the game, and I used Portrait 800. I used 3 rolls, pushed it all to about 2500 ISO, or a stop and a half above box speed. I did this just to make sure I got enough light because underexposure is the devil with color film. I also overexposed the film by a stop while I was shooting. So the meter told me to use 1/1000th, but I actually used 1/500th. So it was about an extra 2.5 stops of light overall for this film, and I think it turned out great. You know, I keep that meter on me because I'm different. Okay, enough of all that boring stuff. Let's get to the game. Warming up just like the players here. Got a shot of the punter, long exposure, 1/15th of a second. So before we get into the pregame stuff, just want to mention that I have my viewfinder of my f2 actually off, so I'm using it more as a waist view, just so I can get low angle shots without worrying about also getting my head down there. Try to get a cool shot of the quarterbacks and the linemen, but I forgot I'm a horrible photographer and just missed the moment and was in the wrong position here. So that's kind of just a testament to what a lot of sports can be if you're not on top of it. I always try to have a note or something to improve on for the next game. So here, you know, in all the player stretches, next time I want to try to get a shot of the players embracing with coaches who come around and dap them up in the lines. I think that's a cool moment, and I've seen it happen a lot. I just haven't gotten around to capturing it. I've been trying to get something else. Okay, so the phone mount is a little to the left of the lens if you can't tell. So with the viewfinder of my f2 off, I had to hold the camera above me like Simba to get this shot. Kind of blew the mind of the guy behind me.
do it.
So for runout, I decided to be with the players again, but this was a difficult spot to be because it's hard to get off multiple shots and in focus. However, in the tunnel moments before the runout, I got this great shot of Kirby that I really enjoyed. You know, I like these two with the fire as I'm running out, but I don't think they're anything special. Found my low angle spot for captains and just waited. Ended up going out for coin toss, but I didn't get anything I liked. Couldn't really find the angle that I was looking for. Tried to get a moment of prayer after the coin toss, but I pressed the shutter right as Tate got up. As I got to Carson, I realized I didn't have any more film left. So yeah, ended the pregame off great. As soon as I got settled in our end zone, I loaded in another roll in the body with the 35mm lens on it. It was great that I did this because really early on we had a Savage Pads moment with Dale and Everett. So I hustled over to the bench and got some of my favorite shots of the day. With the 35mm lens having its time in the spotlight, it was time for the 300mm to shine. I think if I had the extra light, I would stop down to F4 to try to extend my plane of focus to make my time focusing a little bit easier. Guess my phone was enamored with Maddie's 400mm lens just as much as I am. A little selfie right before I got one of the best shots of the evening. So at halftime, I had about 13 to 15 shots left in my 300mm lens body, and I had about 29 to 31 left in my 35mm lens body. I think I'm on pace pretty well here. I shoot less in the second half no matter what, so I'm okay with not having exactly half in the long lens body. And I know it seems like I have almost a whole roll with the shorter lens, and that is true, but I know that there's going to be a celebration if we win, and there might be more Savage Pad moments, so I'll need to get those too. So overall, I'm not worried. I think I'm in a good spot. So as perfect as the 35mm and 300 lens combination is, there is a time where I just don't have a lens for the moment. So here, when Etienne scored in front of me, 35mm would have been way too zoomed in, and my 35mm was just way too zoomed out. Just kind of had to throw in the towel here, unfortunately. So here's the money shot. When the 300 delivers, it's straight priority mail overnight. Following the turnover, I decided to get this simple shot of Daniel Harris before the snap. From this point on was overtime, which I covered on the camcorder that I was using for the video people to edit and make a video with. From here on out, it's just going to be post-game stuff. I went ham with the 35mm lens. So as far as shooting percentage, post-game report, I did better in this game than I ever have. I mean, to have 38 photos in this video, that's about a third of all the photos I took to be keepers. I mean, that's unheard of. I mean, if I'm being real, cost-wise and just overall, I mean, it's an abysmal 33%. But for film, that's actually really good, and especially film for sports. I mean, between missing focus and missing the narrative moment, it's very hard to get a shot that can even come close to what digital can do. So I'm pretty proud of what I've done here at this game. I don't know how people back in the day used to do this for every game, for every sport. I mean, and get all the big moments. There must have been a million photographers out there. Or maybe they used f4 to get them in focus, or they were just better than me. That's probably true. So I'm very happy with this game. I think this is the best that I've done with football on film. I do have to get better with tracking focus, but I can always practice on some squirrels or something. Anyway, go Dogs.